Welcome to the demonstration flight of Nanchang CJ-6. The CJ-6 is a Chinese pilot trainer that has learned many pilots how to fly many aircrafts like this. Even this is a Chinese aircraft. In this video, you would have watched two crazy Americans fly the CJ-6 upside down many times. Please don't hesitate to like and subscribe many times to YouTube channels.
Feels better when you get that canopy shut. It's chilly today. Doing a magneto check. So both mags are good. I'm going to run the RPMs up a little bit and then cycle the prop 3 times. Get some warm oil in the propeller hub. And while I got some power on it, one last look at all the engine gauges, make sure everything looks good. I got the elevator trim set for takeoff. Trim the flap is up. Are you ready to go? I'm good to go. Lancaster traffic, Nanchang 972 departing runway 31. I don't see anybody on final approach to either runway. Full power is indicating 810 millibars. Everything's metric except for the ear speed. Actually, the airspeed is metric. Everything's metric except for the altimeter. I'll adjust this film just. Alright, gear up. I got 3 red lights, which tells me the gear's up and all the pegs on the pegs are gone. That's the mechanical indicators, and we'll pull back to climb power. That was me selecting gear neutral, so the landing gear is hanging on hooks. There's no air pressure on the cylinders.
Turning a 5-mile final for 17 Hertz.
Get rid of that. If you watched Eric's earlier videos on the airplane, everything's air powered, so air makes the gear go up, go down. So when I select gear up, there's constant air pressure on the up side of the gear cylinder, which is fine, you can do it that way. But for cross countries, I like to hang it on the hooks, which is what happens when you put it in neutral. And it relieves the air pressure in the up cylinder. The side effect of that is, in this airplane, with the gear selected in neutral, if I were to select down, it would release the hooks and the gear would come crashing down because there's no air pressure to control the rate that the gear extends. And I've done that 3 times, and it's quite terrifying when the gear smashes into position. Oh, I mean, it slams hard. So, in one of these airplanes, the Act 52s also, the Nanchangs, you have to select gear up, which puts air pressure on the upside of the cylinder, and then you select gear down, and it does a nice controlled gear extension. Kind of goofy. Takes a little while to get used to. How long have you had this airplane? 2.5 years now. Wow. I bought it in July. The summer I retired, July of 18. So yeah, coming up on the 2.5 year mark. What all things have you done to it to mod it or made it better suit your needs? Basically, to extend the longevity of it, I added an oil filter modification.
Hey,
non-busy frequency.
Automotive, I
I put an oil filter mod on it. It has an oil screen. Most air-cooled airplanes have oil screens. And the U.S. airplanes, there's been kits around a long time to put oil filters on them just to help keep the oil clean. The nice part about this one is I can use an automotive style oil filter, so it's a lot cheaper.
Oh, yeah. I bet. Man, it's real pretty with these clouds today.
Yeah, it is. What else have I done? I've added ADSB in, ADSB out on the wingtips. Got the UAvionics.
Oh, and the smoke tank.
Oh, I added, yes. So, on the original Chinese airplane, all the avionics were behind the back seat, and they weighed quite a lot. So when we imported them to the U.S., we ripped out all the Chinese avionics, put in U.S. stuff in the panel. The radio, I got a Garmin Navcom and a Garmin transponder with mode C. So when the side effect of that is these airplanes became extremely nose heavy, which mine was. So a lot of people put automotive style batteries, two 12 volts, run them in series. So it's a 24 volt system. But I elected to keep the aircraft gill style 24 volt battery because it's very heavy. And that's behind the back seat also. So when I installed the smoke tank, I put it as far back in the fuselage as I could. I also relocated the battery to that position, and that helped bring the airplane into the CG envelope that it needed to be in.
Oh, cool.
So the side effect of that is moving the smoke tank back and the battery back is now I have a nice sizable baggage compartment. So in a Yak 52, you don't have any baggage. So if you go cross country, you're not carrying a back seater because that's where your suitcase goes. In this airplane, behind the back seat, there's doors where you're leaning back on two doors. You can go in that way, or I can access it through the old battery door on the side of the fuselage and stick my luggage and spare oil and all that back there. Go down over here over Lake Bardwell.
When you do aerobatics, what kind of altitude do you like to be at?
Higher is better.
Yeah.
So we'll go up to about 5,000 feet. That way.
Oh, cool.
Have you ever done a spin?
Yeah. Been a long time.
Yeah. This airplane's really docile. Spins really good.
Cool.
I do loops, rolls, gentlemanly type stuff. You do not do snap rolls and Nanchangs because it puts too much stress on the tail. We talked about that beef up kit that I got.
Yeah.
If the spar in the elevator can crack if you overstress it, mine is not cracked, and we're trying to keep it that way. So no snap rolls. So I'm guessing that you actually plugged into the comms, right?
Yeah.
Did that last time, yeah. Alright, confirm we are outside of the Class B.
Smooth.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. Good viz too.
Yeah, it is.
Well, traffic, Cherokee 552 is 2 miles northeast of the field, climbing up to 3,500.
Alright, there's 5,000 feet. Let it build up normal cruise speed. And we're going to leave the propeller set at takeoff power. This we're going to do some aerobatics. We want to keep the prop spinning faster a little bit. Give us a little bit more thrust. Alright, looking on the ADSB. Don't see anybody. Let's do clearing turns. know the Eagles Nest guys like to come out here too, but they usually fly in the evening. Alright, we'll start with a loop. You ready?
Yep, good to go.
Push the nose over, build up a little airspeed. And here we go. I'm going to pull back to about 3 Gs. Hold 3 Gs. In fact, I'll turn the smoke on so we... And relax a little at the top so we don't make an egg. We make a round loop.
There's that smoke you were talking about.
Smoke in the cockpit. And we got a lot of excess airspeed, so we're going to pitch up, neutralize the elevator, and roll to the left.
Beautiful. Very nice.
And we only lost 200 feet in that.
That was good.
Do a Cuban 8. Get the airspeed up. Still plenty of altitude. Pull 3 Gs. Relax at the top of the loop. Oh, there's our smoke.
Yep.
We're going to hit the down line. Right side up.
Right to the smoke.
Build our airspeed up again. Pull our 3 Gs. Relax at the top. There's my down line.
Ah.
And roll right side up. That's a Cuban 8. Through the smoke, but I did something right.
That was awesome. Aerobatics are so much fun.
We'll go back up 5,000 feet. And when I hit 5,000 feet, I'm going to start bringing the power back.
So do you only get smoke in the cockpit when you're pulling Gs?
It seems to be only when I'm pulling Gs.
That's weird.
Because the smoke starts coming over the top of the wing. All right. I'm above 5,000 feet. We're going to pull the power off. I still got the smoke on.
Yeah, you too.
As soon as it stalls, full left. There's our spin.
Oh, cool.
Hold the elevator back, which keeps it stalled, and then full left rudder, neutral ailerons, and there's a spin to the left. Put the power back in, get her altitude. We lost 500 feet on that one on a one-turn spin. And this airplane's so easy to recover from a spin. You basically relax the back pressure,
Really?
straighten out the rudder, and it flies right out. All right, there's 5,000 feet again. Turn the smoke on again. That was kind of fun.
That was cool.
We'll spin to the right this time. All right. Smoke them if you got them. Stick back. There's the brake. Right rudder. Hold the elevator back. Then relax everything. Neutralize the controls. Oh, we lost 800 feet on that one. That was fun.
My canopy's got oil on it from the smoke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Only the right side though, and it was fine until we did that one.
Weird.
I guess because it's so funny because my panel goes IFR because of the smoke coming in.
Yeah.
I can see outside to the sides. I can barely see her head. I can't see the panel. But yeah, it's funny though. I got oil smear on the right side. The left side's perfectly clear.
Oh, that's funny. All right, we're gonna try a hammerhead. All right, just like a loop, we're gonna drop the nose and accelerate so we have some vertical energy. Remember, I'm only 285 horsepower, so I need all the energy I can get.
Gotcha.
And we're gonna pitch it up, straight up, kick it, and pull the power off. It didn't do it.
Oh, wow.
I told you these things are weird.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try one more time. I'm going to kick it sooner. That's why you have lots of altitude. And we're still at 5,000 feet. We're going to do do one to the right because the gyroscopic of this effect of this engine since
would help it,
spins
yeah.
backwards. It could help it, in theory.
Yeah, that just more felt like a vertical stall than anything.
Yeah, we stalled going straight up. Stall kicked the rudder quicker this time. Well, we still got some airflow over it. All right, there's our speed. We are straight up. I'm going to kick it and pull power off. Full left aileron. There it's going.
There we go. Yeah, it likes that gyro better, doesn't it?
That's a Hammerhead. That was a good one.
That was fun.
That's my whole bag of tricks. That's all I got.
That was awesome.
You think that's enough footage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're good, man.
We don't want to bore everybody. Not that aerobatics are boring.
Yeah.
Watching me on YouTube might be boring. All right.
Oh, that's the drag strip down there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Which one is that? Is that the Ennis?
That's the
Oh,
top
cool.
fuel drag strip. The Ennis Airport's right underneath us, right there.
Oh, cool. Oh, they're close.
Yep.
I don't know what it is about aerobatics, man. After you do a couple of them, it's like having a couple drinks. It's just, you know, is it like that with you? I get relaxed.
They're fun. That was flying formation with my friends and doing aerobatics are why I bought this airplane.
Yeah. Those are my two most favoriteest things to do.
I mean, I could care less. I like watching people do the unlimited aerobatics, but to me, sitting on your hanging out upside down, which this doesn't have inverted fuel or oil, I was surprised the engine didn't sputter and quit when we did those Cuban 8s.
Yeah.
Because we pulled maybe negative 0.2 Gs, and our max was 3.5 Gs. I think we did that when I pulled that last Hammerhead. I pulled a little harder.
Oh, gotcha.
Just to get us vertical. But yeah, those unlimited guys. First off, you got to be in good shape, from what I understand. But
yeah,
they pull lots of G's, and they do it upside down as well as right side up.
I was surprised at how uncomfortable just one negative G is, just sustained inverted flight.
But you've done it.
Yeah,
yeah.
And we did it in the Marchetti, the S211, and I was surprised. I was like, okay, I got a guy at 1 o'clock level. 1 o'clock.
Same altitude?
Yep, just a little bit below.
Oh, then I'll pull up. He's below the close speed.
He's traveling to the left.
Okay.
So he's coming on your 12
got
o'clock.
him. Radar contact.
Cool.
Yep. Thanks.
Bet. I just happened to catch him.
How many G's did you end up pulling in the Marchetti?
I think we pulled not the most that I've ever done, but I mean I think we pulled 5.5.
Wow, yeah, that's pretty good.
Well, what's cool about that airplane, we were pulling 5.5 and we're still accelerating.
Wow,
it is a little G monster, man. It's got a little fat wing to it for a jet, and I was surprised. And
did you gray out any?
No, I didn't, and I thought I was going to.
I've had that happen where your vision starts closing in. I start to gray out.
Yeah.
Then you relax the G's and the blood gets back in your eyeballs.
I've grayed out once. That was in the Mustang a long time ago.
Wow.
But I've never gone. I've never had the tunnel vision yet.
Right.
It was funny when we were when we went up for that Marchetti flight. Tom Paquin, he asked me. He goes, "What do you want to do?" And I go, "Everything." He goes, "Okay." and just when I said, "You know, I think I've had enough," he goes, "Good, we finished it all. We're going home."
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Uncle.
Yeah, right.
I've never made anybody sick. Well, I've made one person sick in an airplane in my entire flying career, and it was a young kid. And it was in a 150. It was just a hot summer day. It was bumpy.
Yep, that'll do it.
It got to him.
019er.
I got to tell a story on my wife. I was dating her in college at Louisiana Tech University, getting my professional aviation degree. I had a dentist family friend that had a super decathlon. and he let me borrow it and take it to school for a week. So I gave a lot of rides, did a lot of aerobatics, had the 5-point harness in it.
Oh, nice.
And I was dating my now wife then, and it was her very first airplane ride, and I wanted to fly her home to meet Mom and Dad. So I strapped her in the decathlon, and the one thing you never do to a first-time aviator is do anything crazy. Be nice and gentle. Well, I told the fraternity house to everybody be outside at 1:30. I'm going to be overhead, put on a little show, and so I was going to violate the rule. So strapped her in, told her what we're going to do, and she was a little hesitant. So went over the frat house, did a nice aileron roll, and I looked behind me like this, and she had a big old grin on her face. She was hanging onto the bottom of the seat with both hands, with a stupid smile, and she said, "Do it again." So I knew she was a keeper at that point, right?
Yeah, I got a guy on the runway.
Copy, sir. 6911 Hotel is about 8 miles to the north of field, maneuvering 2,500 Park County.
Where do you see him?
He's on the runway.
On the runway. Which way do you go? Did he land?
He's landing to the north.
Oh, okay. Over there and do a crosswind for that.
Lancaster traffic, Nanchang 972 is 2 miles to the southwest. We'll enter a right crosswind for runway 31.
Bringing on down to pattern altitude, 1,300 feet.
Okay, everything else looks clear.
I don't see anybody on the ADSB. Alright, selecting gear up to pressurize the gear, and I'm going to select flaps up to do the same thing, pressurize that. I don't have to put fuel on the fullest tank because it feeds from both tanks. Mixture rich.
Lancaster traffic, Nanchang 972, right crosswind for 31 for an overhead approach.
See if Ed made it.
That's a 195, isn't it?
Oh, it sure is. I've seen that one before. That's a beautiful airplane.
It is.
He was at the Ranger flying.
Lancaster traffic, Nanchang 972, right downwind for 31, overhead approach.
Do the Doocy one where you dive down and then pitch out.
Lancaster traffic, Nanchang 972, final for 31 on a 360 overhead.
Pitch up, power, we got gear speed. 1, 2, 3 pegs and 3 green lights.
Clear.
Yep. Good engine failure approach, the 360 overhead, you keep it in tight. If I do it right, I won't have to touch the power, I won't have to add power to get the runway. But we don't add flaps in the last minute when we got the runway made. Because this is like a DC-3 kind of, it's got one board that goes down, and it's either all down or all up. All drag. Alright, I haven't touched the throttle yet, here come the flaps.
But you can feel them.
Alright, I'm going to pin the gear down so I can't accidentally select gear up.
Another good land?
Yeehaw! That trailing link landing gear makes them all good.
Has to do with your ability.
Whatever. Alright, I am clear of the runway. Positively identified the flaps. Select flaps up. Unlike U.S. airplanes, there are no micro switches on my landing gear other than the ones that activate the lights to say the gear are up or down. Since it's a pneumatic system, if I were to select gear up on the ground, the gear would come up. Ooh. There's no safety device to protect that. Alright, identify the flaps up, let flaps neutral, which again takes the pressure off the air actuator.
Thanks again for taking me on, man. That was fun.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I hadn't flown it in 2 weeks. I needed to get out and fly.
Now, the stem, the earpiece or whatever on the those sunglasses, they're really thin for that reason, for the headsets. Can you tell the difference?
You know, now that you mention it, yeah, they're very comfortable.
Okay, good.
Yeah, definitely. I would recommend these over. These are definitely aviation, well thought through sunglass designs.
Yeah. I'm glad you like them.
We're going to run it up to about 1600 RPM, scavenge the oil out of the sump. Bring it back to idle. This one does have a mixture cutoff, so I turn it off with the magneto.